Let's proceed towards the creation of a function app. Search function app, click function app, then click create. Then this is very important step that we need to choose the flex consumption because it is one of the safest option for us and starting a project and it will cost us nothing. We can choose flex consumption. Select flex consumption. After that, we need to select a resource group, Nexus compliance step, and we need to give a name that is globally unique. Then we need to choose the location that best suits you accordingly. After choosing the location, we will choose a language Python, and you see the version that we have installed is already popped up, and this is the version we have installed. And instance size would be 2048, and which would be pretty well for us. And then we need to proceed towards next step. Click next. That would be the storage. We don't need to choose any option since there is one distinction that either we have to go with the new resource group or either we will choose the current resource group. Always go with the new resource group because when we are creating the function app, all of the functions app data will be in the separate resource group. It is pretty good standard practice to do that. So that's the one distinction that you have to make sure that once you are creating a new function app, you will choose the newly created resource group, which we don't need to create one. The system automatically created the new one. Then we need to proceed towards the next step, click next. Currently, we don't need to enable any Azure OpenAI resources there because we don't have a deployed model in the current tenant. Currently, we are in the tenant A and our deployed model is in the tenant B. So we don't need Azure OpenAI there. We proceed with the next step, networking, click next. In the networking, make sure that enable public access will be on and enable virtual network integration will be off because we don't need virtual network integration there. So click next. Currently, we don't need any monitoring for this project. We have chosen to know. Then we proceed with the next step, click next. Currently, we proceed with the bring your own Azure storage. So we will go with this option and bring your own Azure storage because this would be work best for small creations as well as moderate performance and as well as for the durable function. So we can proceed with that option. Then we click next deployment because we will have a separate detailed deployment lifecycle that we will eventually do after the completion of this current build. So we don't currently need any deployment there. So we can safely proceed with the next click next. We don't need to select any secret options there because we will use the API key there. We do not choose any specific authentication type there. Proceed with the next step. Then we don't need to select create any tag there. Then click review and create. Now everything is ready. Operating system would be Linux because in the flex consumption it auto selects the Linux and Python function will work best in Linux. Everything is already ready, so we just need to click create and then it will take a bit to create. It is already initialized our deployment. Deployment is in progress. Our deployment is completed and we have successfully created a function app, move back towards our resources. Our Azure function app created successfully and now we need to adjust its maximum instance count. So we need to click setting. Then we need to click scale and concurrency. Then you see it has set a maximum instance count to 100. So we need to change it to 5. Our current project 5 would be good. So that's why we will change maximum instance count to 5. Basically, the instance count means how many parallel instances we can create on the Azure function app. So we don't require to create more instances on it. So that's why we have choose the 5 to control the price and make it clean and work perfectly according to our requirement. So click save and then the setting will be saved. Click yes. So it says that your app may restart if you are updating these settings. Are you sure you want to continue? So click confirm and then it will update scale and concurrency set. So now our scalability and concurrency setting is updated successfully and you see the notification